Yes, we're going to talk about baseball, my friends. Welcome to Off the Rails Sports Podcast. I am John. If you could kindly hit that like and subscribe button, it means a lot to us. We are here with the baseball superstar himself, our personal, let's say Ted Williams. Let's say Ted Williams for the weekend, right? We're going to give you high praise, okay? Now, don't
So
worry.
I'm dead. So I'm dead.
How you doing today? How's it going,
Doing
Brian?
well. Going well.
All
Good to
right.
see you.
It's always good to see you, my friend. It's always good to see you. All right, let's get to the world of baseball. Let's start with Red Sox drama. Let's start with Red Sox drama. Yeah, I know. This is a Red Sox centric podcast. Roman Anthony out for the season. What do you think about that? What does that do for our chances going forward? He does seem to be the spark plug of that team.
It seems to diminish them greatly.
The
How's that?
understatement of the year. Okay.
He's, I'd say, take away that first month when he was just getting his feet wet. But,
Right.
since then, he's definitely been the best offensive player on their team.
Hmm.
You doesn't hit a lot of home runs, but to be an effective offensive player, that does not have to happen, believe it or not. I know a lot of the people in today's game will have you think that that's the only thing that matters.
We call them GMs.
Yeah. Or analytic geeks.
Right.
But getting on base a lot is very important, and hitting a lot of singles is really good. And the kid's really good at that. And he's taken over the leadoff spot in the lineup. So to lose that, it's going to be a tough blow.
I'm
I mean,
gonna
I
ask
would
you.
say this. I mean, the fact that they can go back to Jaron Duran as a leadoff hitter
Right.
might not suck a whole lot, but they are losing a very productive bat.
Sure. I mean, obviously it's a hole in the lineup, okay? Um I wanna give you some numbers here. Last 27 games, you're gonna fill in who the player is. Last 27 games, batting 276, 8 home runs, 18 ribbies, scored 18 runs. Who is that player? Literally had one of the most
On
productive
the,
August of any player in the major leagues. Who is that?
and we're talking a Red Sox player.
Hmm. Or former.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. The kid's
Robbie
starting to round
Clemens
back
getting,
in.
he's coming around.
Yeah, he's coming around, right? And we
About
couldn't
time.
use that bat. We couldn't use that bat. No, no, not us. Rafael Devers is who I'm alluding to. I I have a deeper question for you. And this is why this podcast is the best one out there. Is as we go forward and we see the Red Sox, I would say, have maybe the most appealing crop of rookies, of young players. Do we need to revisit Cham Bloom and his tenure as the GM? He came in with two purposes by John Henry. John Henry hired him for two reasons: trade Mookie Betts and develop the farm system. Do you think that he kind of got a raw deal?
Uh, Not necessarily.
Okay.
He did what he was brought in to do, right?
And then they fired him.
And then they brought in someone else to do the next level.
Yeah. Okay.
uh, I don't remember how they parted ways. How did it go with your favorite? What's his name? The guy in Philadelphia now,
Dombrowski.
Dombrowski.
He left.
Did he
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 left.
left on his own?
He left
Okay,
on his own when they told him. I would assume, and he has never confirmed this, that they told him you got to trade Mookie Betts.
okay. Uh, we
And he
know they
said, "I'm a
fired. We know they fired Ben Cherington
yep."
after he
They
built
should
the World Series team.
right. He did.
uh, and Theo left on his own.
Theo left, he came back. I mean, he's kind of like the ex that kind of just meanders through, and then he's got some job with baseball, and then he has some type of job with the Fenway group, but he's not involved with the Red Sox. Obviously, that guy is very good at getting a paycheck. Okay, you break the
He's good at
86-year drought.
delivering on the job he gets too, no matter where that is.
Right. He he is actually, I guess, one of the senior executives for the commissioner and trying to all overhaul baseball. You remember, and I don't
That
know
was
if
his.
this
He
what's that?
he was one of the big advocates in the recent rule changes. He was one of the main guys that put
Absolutely.
together that package
Right.
with the pitch clock and the slightly
Right.
bigger bases and all that stuff.
Yeah. And I'm hoping I don't know if you saw what Manfred kind of floated out there, which always scares me when Manfred floats something because it usually comes to fruition. He said, we're not going to have leagues anymore. It's going to be conferences. That whole nonsense that came out, I don't know, 3 weeks, a month ago, whatever that was. Like, oh, 130 years of National League, American League. Yeah, let's get rid of it. That sounds good. Maybe we can call them Savannah and Bananas. Hey, whatever, right? All
Well,
right.
the concept behind that though is the same thing I was bringing up a few weeks back when I
Yep.
was saying, why do we still have two MVPs? Because
Right.
once they went to full integration of the leagues with the interleague play, there really aren't separate leagues anymore. Now you could still call them the American League and National League, and then there's the MLB, just
Right.
like it is now. There's no need to rename them conferences like you have in the Eastern Conference, Western Conference, or the NFC and the AFC in football. They can still keep it National League, American League, and MLB, and that's what they should do if they want to. Even if they want to do their whole new realignment thing they want to come up with, they still need to keep that because that's the thing about baseball is it tries to hold on to its past and connect to it.
Right.
And that's just a deeper disconnection than I think most of the people don't really care when they make these changes. They just kind of go with the flow. And there's a few old school guys like me and you who might disagree with some of them and might not like them and bitch about them for a week or two, and then we move on.
Right.
There'll
The
be
the
much
the bus
more of
took
a
off.
Yeah, there'll be much more of a dislike associated with it, I think, if they take away American League, National League.
I do wonder in that conversation, and I did not hear this anywhere. Does the Major League Players Association have a say in that? And the reason I'm going to say that is because now you're eliminating half of the All Star or half of the MVPs, half of the Cy Youngs, half of the Rookie of the Years, and contracts have incentives when it comes to that. I mean, they do
Well,
have a wide power.
there's another thing too that goes with all those awards. Baseball doesn't actually own those awards. Those
Right.
aren't given out by the MLB. They're given out by the Baseball Writers Association.
Correct.
So baseball actually, Rob Manfred couldn't make that decision anyway and say we're only going to have one MVP.
Yeah. Well, I mean, but yeah, I guess, but look at football and basketball. They only that's all they have, right? I
I
mean, if
know, but
we're working towards that model,
what I'm saying though is that's not baseball, Major League Baseball, that decided there's these things. That's the Writers Association.
I understand. I get what you're saying, but like for the NFL, the MVP is named by the AP. Right? I mean, it's exactly what you're talking about. It's an outside entity that is awarding it. But back in the NFL, before the merger, you had an AFL MVP, you had an NFL MVP, right? And what we're talking about now is I agree with what you're saying. You're 100% right that the rate. But if the baseball writers have said, "Hey, we're only gonna name one MVP instead of a National and American League," they're gonna go along with it, right? Don't you think?
You would hope.
Yeah, you'd
In
hope.
baseball, everyone loves to fight about everything.
God, I
That's
love
why
that
they
game.
have a work stoppage every 5 years.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Get ready for the next one. Okay, Dodgers get swept by the mighty Pittsburgh Pirates. You know, that'll put a smile on your face getting into the weekend. Otani's start was pushed back till Monday. Do the Dodgers, what's your evaluation with 20 games left in the regular season?
They're going to unimpressively win the West. And I say
Okay.
that because for a team that was supposed to threaten the 114 win threshold, they're not going to sniff it. And they're barely staying ahead of the Padres.
2 games up, 78 and 62. They're
They
16 games
actually
over.
they actually have the fourth best record in the National League because they actually are behind the Cubs,
Damn, you're
who are
doing
in
some good
second place.
research.
Well, I
Yeah,
just
you're
looked at
right.
the standings.
Yeah. Yeah, right.
But
They're
they're going
eight
to end up
games
winning the
behind
West.
Milwaukee.
Yeah,
8 games
they're going to
behind
end up winning the
Milwaukee.
West, and we'll see what happens. Like I said, it all starts over in the playoffs, and we'll see what happens. You
Look at
better
these
hope that they don't
numbers.
lose any of their big guns coming down the stretch here.
Right, from injury. They really need to get Glasnow and Schnell back. The Dodgers have a losing record away from Chavez Ravine, 33 and 36. Milwaukee is 40 and 29 away from home. I mean, god dang. How damn good are they? They're the only team in the National League that has a winning record away from their own home stadium. God dang, they're having a year. Christ sakes. All
I
right.
thought they were going to fall apart when they fired Craig Counsell
Yeah, I know, right? We got or they lost Corbin Burns,
and Josh
right?
Hader.
Yeah. Wow, somehow they plugged it together, right? All right, let's talk final story of the day. Yo, you got anything else you got on your mind? Is there anything you want
Well,
to
I
bring
was
up?
going to say, I think the two biggest series heading into this weekend,
Okay.
one of them is going to be the Toronto New York Yankees because Toronto slipped just a little bit in the last week, and the Red Sox and the Yankees are really inching up on them in the standings there.
3 and 3.5 back.
Yeah. So the Yankees have a chance to do some damage there, and Toronto has a chance to bury the Yankees.
They do. They
So
can really
we'll
move ahead.
that could be an interesting series, or they could split it and nothing happens really of significance.
Yeah.
And the other one I think that's going to be really interesting this weekend is, I believe it's the Mets and the Reds,
Yeah,
because the Mets I think are holding on to that second wild card spot, if I'm not mistaken,
they
and
are.
the Reds are right on the outside of the wild card.
Yep.
And I predicted that the Reds would be a division winner. I thought the Francona effect would put them over the top, and they made some moves in the offseason to get some really athletic players. Thought Ellie De La Cruz was going to be like the runaway
The MVP.
MVP.
Hmm.
So I was wrong on that stuff. But the Francona effect is starting to come in, and the team has been really good lately.
Sure.
And I think he's getting that team dialed down in, and so they're going to have it. They're trying to make that wild card push, so that's going to be a good series too. I think. Keep your eye on.
Totally agree with that. I think it was about a week and a half ago. I said, watch out for Cincinnati and watch out for Texas. Texas, I think it's a make or break weekend for them. They host Houston. If they're going to get into the wild card, they definitely have to get 2 out of 3. I mean, that's just the plain numbers of it all. I don't know if they're going to get there. They did win 6 in a row. They lost 2 out of 3 to Arizona. We'll see how it goes going forward. I do, and I know you saw this. Houston Astros, Framber Valdez. Okay. Uh, I I just don't even know where to go with this. Their catcher is Cesar Salazar. Didn't even know that, right? And he shook him off on a 1-0 count, and then he got a little huffy, and he threw the bases are loaded, and it is to Trent Grisham, excuse me, and the catcher tells him to back off the mound, reset. He gets a little huffy, like Farmer is known to do, throws one down the middle. It gets launched for a grand slam. Then two pitches later, I guess the rumor is he intentionally threw a fastball into the catcher's chest. And I don't know. I just, how do you throw a ball intentionally into the catcher's chest? He's got a glove. I mean, am I missing something? This is becoming a big story down there. And what is your take on it?
This the first thing I thought of when I saw that was, uh, dude, just missed the ball.
Right,
I
right,
mean, now
right.
did he call for some kind of a sweeper or a slider or something? So he was expecting a late tail on it to move and it didn't,
Sure.
and that's why he missed it? Maybe. But I mean,
He's got a
if
glove.
you're got an eye on the ball, keep your eye on the ball. Uh, that's what we
Right?
taught him in Little League.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't, but I think it's stupid. And the fact that it's becoming a big story, I think, is even stupider. But
You got to, you know
okay,
what?
so
Before
a guy
football
threw a
gets here, you
fast,
got to fill headlines.
so a guy threw a fastball to his catcher, and the catcher missed it, and it hit him in the chest. That's a
And
team
now they're
issue here.
asking you to,
We gotta have a team meeting, clear the
yeah,
air.
let's clubhouse fine. He really should have been fined for the grand slam,
Oh,
right?
geez.
I was just, I don't understand why nobody's bringing up that the catcher has protection. I mean, yeah, it did look like he was going to throw a changeup or a sweeper out to the outside corner, and he came up and in and hit him in the shoulder. Okay. But the catcher's got a glove. We literally, on every baseball game, see the catcher and the pitcher get crossed up 3, 4 times, right? He'll be expecting it inside, it comes outside, vice versa.
And
You'll
and
see
he
it.
catches it still.
Yeah, he still catches it somehow. Unless you play for the Angels and then you let it go to the backstop. And then we
Oh.
let some. Oh, I'm just saying. Just saying. Okay. All right. Any final thoughts for this final weekend? This weekend before football kicks into high gear. Does baseball still exist next week? I don't know because football takes up everything.
Only on Mondays and Thursdays here.
You actually watch football?
No,
Oh,
no. I'm talking about for the
oh.
rest of America.
Okay, okay,
But
okay, okay, okay. Wow.
I'm the
I
guy
was
that
gonna have a
I'm
heart attack.
no,
You
I'm the
almost
guy.
crossed me up. You almost crossed me up. I just took one
I'm
in the head.
yeah. I'm that one guy that's still going to watch baseball and not watch the NFL.
Wow. Well, you can tell where this podcast is going in November. Hibernation.
No,
Uh,
we'll be having big talks about the winter meetings.
yes, yes, that'll do great with SEC championship, NFL final month of the season. Those wow, we're going to be saying, what did Scott Boras have for breakfast? All right, my
Whew.
friend. Good stuff, good stuff. All right, if you can though, please hit that like and subscribe button. It means a lot to us. Leave some comments, I'll respond to them, and we'll see you soon on Off the Rails Sports Podcast. There you go.